I'm just taking my Sigma eye base in the shade Ignite just to prime my eyelids, and then I am going in with the Honey palette from Colourpop and starting with the shade Oh Behave, and I am going to work this into the crease. And the brush I'm using is a 228 brush from Zoeva. So I'm just building this shade up first. And then I go in with the shade Totally Buggin', and I'm working this in the crease. At first I didn't think it was going to make much of a difference, but it actually did tone down like the very bright yellowness of the first shade, which I much prefer. I kind of wanted like that softer yellow, more like of a mustardy kind of a yellow eye look. So I'm glad that that did that for me. And then I take the shade Buzzkill, and again this is a very light shade, but it did what I kind of wanted it to do. So I worked this just on the outer crease of the eye, just to kind of add a little bit of definition and deepen it a little bit. Then I just use my Zoeva brush then just to soften the edges. Then back in with Buzzkill again to the inner part of the eye, just to add a little bit of definition and just to tone down the brightness of the yellow. And for my lid then, I take the shade Starburst and I get some Fix Plus and I just spritz it on my brush after I have applied the colour on it, and then press it all over the lid, which came out way more pigmented than I was expecting. I was just quite surprised at how pigmented it was. So I'm just pressing that all over the lid with a flat brush. And then I just kind of soften any edges. Now I'm taking the shade Palooza, which is this pressed glitter shade. And I'm just going to press this over my lid on top of Starburst just to add like a little bit of sparkle. And then once I've that done, I'm just taking my Tarteist liner from Tarte. And I am just going to do a wing. I have a wing tutorial on here that I'll link it below if you want to see a more in-depth version. But for this, I'm just going to quickly do my wing. And then I just take a wipe then just to sharpen the edge if needed, and then also just to wipe underneath my eyes where there is any glitter fall down or anything like that. Now I'm coating up my lashes with mascara. This is just my Marc Jacobs mascara, and then I'm going to pop my lashes on, which are my Lily lashes in the style Ella. So I'm going to use my NARS Illuminator. I am obsessed with this. I literally wear it every single day. You'll see now when I put it on. This gives you that really nice illuminated skin. See? I do have a little bit of foundation already done on my forehead just because I did my eyebrows, and I find it just easier just to do my makeup here and then do my brow instead of doing my brow and try to get the makeup around my eyebrow, which can be just annoying. I probably shouldn't have done this first because I'm going to use this Turmeric Face Milk. These are new to me. It's from Fort Ray, that's the brand, which I think is like a brand, a Colourpop brand. I have the watermelon one, which I've been using, and I really like it. It's just kind of, I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like a really light serum, but not as like intense as a serum. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, but I really like it. So this is the turmeric one. So this one is really good for illuminating and hydration, which I'm always for. So I just kind of put it on like this. And then just rub it in. Oh, it's actually fine. It didn't. I wasn't sure if it was going to take away from the illuminator, but it didn't. If I had to do this again, I would do this first and then put the illuminator over it, but it's okay, it still works. So once we have our base down, I'm going to go straight in with my foundation. This is the Makeup Forever stick. I used to use this all the time in every single tutorial, but I don't know, I just go through phases with different foundations. So we're going to go back and use this one again today. This is in the shade 245, and I'm just going to blend that out with this Hourglass brush. I'm going to bronze my skin because this foundation is a little bit light compared to my tan. So I'm going to take my Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and I'm going to use this to contour and bronze. I just use a little bit at a time because it is very pigmented and it spreads a lot. So I always just like start with a little bit and then I can go and add more. Just gonna do along my jaw here. Just to kind of snatch my jaw a little bit, and then it'll also bronze up my skin. And I'm using the shade Mocha with this. So I'm taking my Huda Beauty concealer. This is the shade Meringue. So I'm just gonna highlight under my eyes. I'll do my T-zone. This is a Fenty highlight brush then, just to blend this out. Okay, definitely put too much on this side. I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty powder to set. This is the shade Pound Cake. So I'm gonna set under my eyes. I'll just go down along my T-zone. And then going in with my Shady Biz bronzer from Fenty. And I'm gonna warm up my skin. So I'm going back into the eyeshadow palette and I'm taking the shade Buzzkill, which is this one here. And I'm just taking it on a small little brush and I'm going to go right underneath my eye. Just for a little bit of definition. And then just going to coat the lower lashes then with some mascara. This is my Marc Jacobs mascara. To highlight, I'm taking my amrezy highlight. This is limited edition, so I don't think you can even buy this anymore. But I just love it so much. Like, yeah. I'm taking a little bit of Warm Soul blush from MAC for a little bit of colour. So I'm taking this Stila liquid shadow. This is in the shade Yellow Tails. I'm going to use this in my inner corner. So I'm just going to press it on and then just blend it out with a brush. For my lips, I'm taking Cork lip pencil from MAC. So I'm just going to apply this using a light pressure because it can come out quite dark. So this lipstick is called Nothing to Wear. It was a part of a collection from MAC, which I don't know if they have it anymore. If they do, I'll link it below. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of Flesh Pot, which is super nude. I'm just going to put this over it, just to tone it down a little bit. So I totally forgot to film an outro, but I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks so much for watching and I will catch you in the next video.